If you've been in the market for a new home, then you know exactly how expensive buying a house can be. At the time of filming this video, the average home price in the US is $430,300. If you plan to put down the standard 20% down payment, that's $86,060 upfront. But what if I told you that there's another way? A few months ago, I bought my first house, a new construction townhouse with zero money down, no closing cost, no PMI, and a below market interest rate. Let me introduce you to NACA, the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, also known as America's Best Mortgage. NACA is a nonprofit community advocacy homeownership organization. NACA's purchase program was created to help those who have been historically barred from home ownership. They do this through character-based lending. And so what that means is that your credit score is not evaluated or considered when it comes to qualifying or approving you for a NACA loan. So if having a low credit score is something that has kept you from owning a home in the past, you definitely want to check out NACA, and I mean run, don't walk. NACA's mortgage is like nothing I have ever seen before. While their process is rigorous, it's also designed to help people that may struggle with financial literacy. And so what this means is that not only does NACA help you become a homeowner, they also teach you how to manage your personal finances. It's actually so funny because whenever you call the hotline, the automated voice says, NACA, America's Best Mortgage. They're gonna make you a homeowner. And they did. Personally, as a first-generation Latina and also a millennial, I cannot emphasize enough just how much of an impact NACA has had, not only on my stability, but also on my ability to create generational wealth. Thankfully, gracias a Dios, there is no more landlord for me. There is no more renting. All of the money that I pay each month for my home is something that is for my future. It is something that I can pass down to my kids when I choose to have them, or something that I can sell if I choose to do so. If you're finding this video useful, please be sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more NACA related content. And so to paint a clear picture of just how much of an impact NACA can have on your buying power, I went ahead and created a comparison between NACA and then two other mortgages that I was approved for. Okay, so here we have NACA, we have Bank of America, not NACA, and we have the builder. The reason I stated not NACA is because the cool thing about NACA is that they do their own qualification and approval, but once you buy your home and you have your mortgage is actually financed through Bank of America, right? So like, for example, right now I am through the NACA process. I have already bought my home. So all of my statements come from Bank of America. I pay my mortgage to Bank of America, and I'm kind of past the NACA process at this point. Bank of America, non-NACA, this is for the loan that I applied to directly with Bank of America before NACA, right? And for the builder has like their own in-house lender that I applied for and was also approved for. So let's go ahead and dive in. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, with NACA, there is zero closing cost. And so I want to dig into this a little bit deeper. When it comes to buying a home and the closing costs associated with it, there's a ton of things, right? There are attorney fees, there are title fees, just like a bunch of like admin fees that you have to pay for up front. These are things all covered with NACA, so that's why there is zero closing costs or fees. But I do want to specify that NACA does not pay, for example, your taxes, and they also do not pay for your homeowners association if you have one, right? So when it comes to NACA, that was zero. When it comes to Bank of America directly, I would have had to pay $14,639. If I had gone with the builder's lender, I would have had to pay $10,982 in closing costs. For the down payment, the same thing. If you would like to give a down payment, you can, but it is not required. So for NACA, that was zero. With Bank of America directly, I think it was an FHA loan that they approved me for. I would have had to pay 3.5%, which would have been $10,500. The builder required a 5% down payment. That would have been $15,000. So if we look at it this way, just in order for me to get my keys at settlement with Bank of America directly, I would have had to pay $25,139. If I had gone with the builder's lender, I would have had to pay $25,982. And now let's move on to monthly savings. So with NACA, the cool thing about them is the below market interest rate. When I purchased my home in late summer of 2023, I qualified with NACA for an interest rate of 5.5%. And they do give you the option to buy down the interest rate, which most loans do. The other two lenders had that option as well, where I could pay money to bring down the interest rate. But the way that I see it is that 5.5 is so high, I'm just going to refinance whenever the market comes back down again, right? So I decided to just keep my money. It's okay. But anyway, so Bank of America, they approved me for an interest rate of 6.375%, while the builder's lender approved me for an interest rate of 6.275%. And now let's move on to PMI insurance. PMI is private mortgage insurance. And this is not like your typical insurance where, oh, hey, like something broke, the insurance is going to cover it. No, PMI is a fee, if you will, that the mortgage company will charge you each month if you don't provide a 20% down payment, right? So essentially Bank of America directly and the builder's lender is saying like, hey, since you don't have $86,060 to pay, we're gonna charge you an extra $275 a month. So when we add all of this up, my monthly payment with NACA is $2,003. Whereas with Bank of America directly, it would have been $2,482. And with the builder's lender, $2,435. This means that going with a NACA mortgage, I was able to save over $25,000 at close, and each month I am saving over $400. It's something that I'm so incredibly grateful for and why I'm making these videos. When I was going through the NACA process myself, it was hard to find information about NACA, about the process, and the little information that I did find was not positive. And so if you made it to this point in the video, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I hope that I was able to teach you something and also, more importantly, empower you, right? If you want to know more about NACA, you might want to check out this video where I talk about how long it takes for you to get approved for NACA mortgage, or this video where I go over some of the pros and cons associated with NACA. Thank you so much for watching.